Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Legal Helm, where we talk everything legal plus tech. Today, Bim talks about the big three recent tech trends that will likely have a huge impact on law firms, specifically AR, VR, and semantic search. This is a short listen, but a densely packed one. There's a lot of information in this one, and we hope you enjoy it. And now, on to the show.
Hello, Legal Helm listeners, and welcome back to my podcast. Let me start by saying a very happy new year to you all. I am truly grateful for you, our loyal listeners, and of course, the amazing guests that we have had on the show in 2022. We have a fantastic lineup for 2023, so please stay tuned. On today's podcast, I will be giving you my take on the top 3 legal technology trends for 2023. Legal technology is rapidly evolving, and the trends of 2023 reflect this. Let's jump straight into the first one, which is artificial intelligence. Over the last year, we've seen an increased use of artificial intelligence in various products and solutions. I think this year we will see AI being used more than ever before to automate mundane tasks and make legal processes more efficient. The progression of AI machine learning models such as GPT-3, 3.5, and the upcoming GPT-4 are starting to show just how exciting and useful AI technology can be for our industry and beyond. In addition to this, the recent launch of ChatGPT changes the game from a user experience perspective by bringing a more human way to get answers to questions through natural language processing. To give an example, I asked ChatGPT through their demo platform to generate me a non-disclosure agreement, and it gave me a pretty nice and accurate template for me to use. I then went on to ask it to write me a blog post about the legal implications of blockchain technology, to which it provided me a very robust outline of an introduction, legal implications, and conclusion. Sure, it still needed to be fleshed out a little, but when you think about some of the time savings for lawyers who are needing to put out relevant content via blogs and websites, it does a decent job of producing the initial outline, therefore saving many hours in terms of generating that initial content. There are many potential applications of AI technology in the legal industry. For example, document review. AI can be used to quickly review and analyze large volumes of legal documents such as contracts, leases, and settlements agreements. This can save time and reduce the need for manual review by lawyers. Another area is predictive analytics. AI can be used to analyze past legal cases and predict outcomes of similar cases in the future. This can help lawyers to prepare their cases and provide more accurate advice to clients. Legal research is another key area where AI can be used to quickly search through large volumes of legal literature such as case law and statutes to find relevant information. This again helps lawyers to find information really easily and much more quickly than they could today. One of the big areas also is around contract drafting, where AI can be used to generate legal documents such as contracts, leases, based on templates and input from lawyers. This helps reduce time and cost of contract drafting and the accuracy of some of the AI solutions that are out there at the moment. For example, ChatGPT, which I mentioned earlier, have been trained so well that they actually have a decent accuracy level, which actually gives a meaningful starting point to a contract draft in most cases. And where, for example, the machine learning models aren't up to par, they are all trainable by the experts, i.e. the lawyers, to make them even better. One of the other no-brainer areas of AI that should be of interest to any law firm is semantic search. Semantic search combines NLP, natural language processing, and machine learning to provide a much more meaningful way of finding a needle in a haystack. When you think about a typical law firm and you think about all of the knowledge that's contained on intranet portals, file shares that contain documents, PDFs, SharePoint sites, etc., it is often a very painful user experience to find what you are looking for quickly. Semantic search is different. It uses vector search and machine learning to return results that aim to match the user's query, even if there are no specific word matches. This is because it's able to apply user intent, context, and conceptual meanings to match a user's query to the appropriate content. This makes it much more powerful and much more relevant in terms of finding the hits that you want, and actually can form part of the basis and starting point for delivering a true question and answer based approach to the content that's already contained within your ecosystem of documents and files. If you'd like to read more on this, I'd highly recommend looking at Hugging Face's Transformer GitHub page, where you can find some really cool ready to go machine learning models for this purpose. All of this stuff is pretty much open source, so can be implemented by your technology teams immediately.
Hey John, how do I find out what we've invoiced my client?
How can I view my outstanding WIP?
How do I submit my expenses again?
Do we have next Monday off?
Monday off?
It's exciting to have fresh faces at your law firm, but onboarding them takes a lot of time and a lot of energy when everyone is remote. You're busy enough as it is. Helm 360 has the solution. Just ask Termi, Helm 360's next level chatbot solution for knowledge management. Termi can answer many of your new hires' questions for you without distracting you or anyone else at the firm. This means fewer frantic emails, fewer help desk tickets, more time and more focused productivity for everyone at the firm. Working with Termi, you can have those eager new employees up to speed in a snap. They may never need to ask you a question again. Check out helm360.com/Termi to see Termi in action and find out how it can make onboarding new hires as easy as sending an email.
The second on my top trends list is blockchain technology. Blockchain is a decentralized digital ledger that records transactions on multiple computers so that the record cannot be altered retroactively without the alteration of all subsequent blocks and the consensus of the network. This provides for a much more secure approach to be able to send and store relevant documentation and data. Some of the potential use cases for blockchain in law firms are secure document storage and management, where blockchain technology can be used to create secure and tamper-proof records of documents, making it an ideal solution for storing and managing legal documents. Smart contracts is a big area where blockchain-based smart contracts can automate many legal processes and reduce the need for manual contract review and negotiation, and obviously adding a much better security layer on top of that smart contract process. Identity verification is another key area where blockchain technology can be used to identify and verify the identity of clients and other parties relating to a case, thereby reducing the risk of fraud and identity theft. Legal billing and payments is another great area where blockchain-based payment systems can be used to streamline the billing and payment process for legal services, reducing the risk of errors and fraud again. I think in 2023, we will start to see blockchain technology being leveraged by more and more firms, particularly around the contract lifecycle management process. A good example is leveraging capability from a CLM and document exchange perspective in Thomson Reuters HiQ product, where the combination of a document exchange room plus integrating blockchain technology provides for a very secure method of being able to exchange key legal documents between organizations. The third and final trend on my list, and probably the most exciting in my opinion, is virtual and augmented reality. We've seen a rise of VR in the gaming world, and the evolution of hardware such as Meta's Oculus headset show just how far the technology has come. Let's think about some of the applications of VR in the legal world. One possibility is that virtual reality will be used to recreate crime scenes or accidents in order to give jurors a better understanding of what happened. This could be particularly useful in cases where physical location of the crime or accident is no longer accessible or has been significantly altered since the event took place. Another potential use case for virtual reality in the courtroom is a tool for witness testimony. Witnesses could potentially testify while wearing virtual headsets, allowing them to relive the experiences in a way that is more immersive and potentially more accurate. This could be particularly useful in cases where a witness has difficulty remembering or communicating what happened due to trauma of the event. From an education perspective, virtual reality could be used to train judges, lawyers, and other legal professionals, or to simulate courtroom proceedings in order to prepare them for real cases. I think this is a really key and fantastic area, both for new lawyers joining law firms and training to be court ready, but also for those practicing law that are being educated and going through some of the sessions at university, for example, through live debates, etc. But nothing really beats the experience of being in a courtroom and understanding the dynamics of what's going on. So being able to have that in a virtual offering, I think is very, very key and very, very important step in terms of taking that education and theory and putting it into practice and giving a training environment for new lawyers wanting to be able to practice in something that is as close to the real world as possible. I recently came across Just Legal's VR offering, which provides an immersive virtual courtroom experience for new lawyers and law students to practice their presentation skills in a virtual courtroom. Pretty interesting and worth keeping an eye on how this area of technology evolves for firms looking to improve onboarding and getting better results through better training, essentially. That is all for today. I hope you found my top 3 legal technology trends for 2023 interesting. If you are planning to implement or have implemented any of these technologies previously, I would love to hear from you. I wish you a fantastic and successful year ahead, and thank you again for listening.
Thank you all for listening to The Legal Helm. We hope you enjoyed this show. If you did, we would really appreciate it if you would subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. We're on all the major platforms. If you love the show, and of course we hope you do, a review on iTunes would be even better. See you next month with another episode.